Hello to all of my small business owner friends. I am Jennifer and I am with The Confident Entrepreneur. I want to talk about something that I have heard 3 times really in the last couple of days, and it is small business owners going, "That's it, I'm done, I'm throwing in the towel." They're frustrated, they're upset for so many reasons, and I just want to talk about that today because why? I gotta say, the struggle is definitely real in small business. Not every day is going to be perfect, and not every day is going to drag you down either. There's going to be some combination of both. But I recently read a statistic, and it is actually, I'm going to read it here. It's from from Bank of America, saying that small business confidence is at an 11-year low. 11 years. We haven't felt like this. Some of us may have felt like this, but as an overall, they're saying a majority of small business owners are saying that, you know what, no, I'm feeling the pain. So why do we feel this way? And I've identified a few things that I think it may be. I don't know, but it's something that we need to open up a dialogue about and support each other with. So number one, lack of customers. So we all know that an insufficient customer base leads to lack of sales, leads to all those things that we don't like, right? And I can see it because we are in a very seasonal economy. Where I live, we have snowbirds who come down and visit us in the winter months and then they leave. So we feel that ebb and flow much more so than a lot of other places may, because our customers here are so seasonal. And I call it the summer slowdown. So with regard to that, what can we do? What can we do as businesses, whether you're in an area where it is seasonal, or you're in an area where it's just people just aren't out shopping, or they're not out commercing, as I say. So first of all, I think you need to understand who your target customer is. Who is it that you're trying to talk to? What do they want? What do they need? What do they desire? You need to know all of that before you can really hone in on what you can actually do to mitigate the problem as much as you can. And you have to have the answers to that question, because maybe you're not using your marketing as the best you can, because you're not hitting it right on the target of those people that need or want your services or your product. So go back to the drawing board. Really put the pencil to the paper to say, hey, is this the person I'm talking to? Maybe I'm talking to the wrong person. And I think the whole time that I've been talking to the right person. So you really need to look at that and see where that is. And then another thing that may be happening is leadership issues. Okay, look within your leadership and say, you know what? Maybe me at the top, or maybe, my leadership has lack of direction. Maybe they don't, maybe I, as the business owner, haven't given them clear direction as where I want to go with this company. Maybe they don't know. And if they don't, then it's a meeting that you need to have with them to say, this is the direction I'm wanting for my company. I think that's a really important strategy. And then making rash decisions. I often talk about core values and what that looks like if you don't have them, or not that you don't have them, but you haven't defined them. And one of them is you're making decisions by the seat of your pants. And you're just going, okay, well, yeah, that sounds great. We need to slow it down and make decisions that are informed based on what it is the strategy is for our company. So that could also be another area that definitely needs to be looked at. And then inability to adapt to change. How many of us out there, right? Something new happens and you're resisting it. You don't want to do it. Whether it may be technology or a process that needs to be changed to make your business more efficient. A lot of times we just put our feet in the sand and say, nope, I'm not doing that. Why? Because change is scary. We don't want to change. We don't want to do something different, but sometimes we have to if we want to move the needle in our business. And this may be one of the reasons. So Embrace what I call ABL, always be learning. We always need to have our thinking cap on. We always need to be learning. And we always need to be looking at ways that we can make our business more efficient, which affects the bottom line. And be flexible and adaptable and willing to take on technology, even though you may not be techie, which I admit I'm not really techie, but I have people around me who know technology, so I can harness their abilities, which goes into my last point. Point number 4 is a lot of times small businesses feel this frustration and this feel of, you know what, I'm just going to throw in the towel. I don't want to do this anymore, because they don't have support. And maybe they don't have support from their family members or team members or their community. Whatever it is, find it. There's going to be somebody in your space. Maybe they're not even in your space as far as your industry. And see what you can do to strike up a mentorship with them. And they're probably garnering just as much help from mentoring you as you are receiving the mentoring. I think that's really important, because as small business owners, a lot of times we feel isolated. We feel like, oh my gosh, I'm the only one feeling this way. I'm the only one doing this. And that's so not true. But that's how we feel, because it's lonely sometimes doing what we do. And then negative influences. Surrounding yourself with negativity only breeds more negative behavior. So if you're around somebody who's always being negative, maybe you need to take a step back from them and not hang out with them so much. Or maybe say to them, hey, you know what? What you're talking about is really bringing me down. I can't really listen to it right now, so I'm gonna step away. That's perfectly fine, because sometimes you know how you get on a roll and you just keep going with it? That's what I'm talking about. Step away and step out of that negative space, because once you do and you start hanging out with positive people and start doing positive things, that mindset is going to change to positivity, not immediately going to the bad, horrible things that can always happen. So owning a small business, yes, there are times when it's not always going to be perfect. But honestly, think about why you started being a small business owner in the beginning. What was it? What's your why? Once you figure out what your why is and you put all of these other tips perhaps in place, it may bring you out of that rut where you're going, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. And it may bring you back to the place why you decided to start your small business in the first place. So keep in mind that brighter days are ahead, and owning a small business is a wonderful, wonderful thing. It brings you closer to your community. It brings you close to your team. And you wanted to start this because you had a passion for it. Just remember that. And that will take you a long, long way. Always remember your why. So if you have any questions or any concerns or anything you just want to say, hey, I just wanted to chat, you can reach out to me. My email is jennifer@jenniferannjohnson.com. You can also DM me or get a hold of me via chat, and I would love to chat with you.